Hi, everybody. A lot of you know me, but for those of you that don't, I'm Laura Jones, and I'm a part of St. Peter's Church. I have been for well over 10 years now, and I worship here, but I also work for Christian Aid, who we as a church support, and who we are supporting on an ongoing basis, supporting a particular project in Malawi. I'll just give you a brief overview of that project. It's a project working with farmers in Malawi who are growing pigeon peas. I'm going to introduce you in a moment to Susan Chimbayo, who's the chair of the Nandolo Association of Malawi. And I met Susan a couple of years ago now, when I went out to Malawi with a group of supporters from Christian Aid to go and see some of the projects that are happening in Malawi. And I came back completely and utterly inspired and in awe of this particular project in terms of how they work, the impact they're having, meeting farmers whose lives were really clearly changed and were just so keen to share with us how wonderful this partner of Christian Aid is and the impact of what they're doing in those communities and how their lives are so much better for having that connection and support from the Nandolo Farmers Association of Malawi. So I will introduce you now to Susan. Susan, really good to see you. I'm really amazed at how fantastic it is that you can be sitting in Blantyre in Malawi on a video call, and I'm sat at home in Liverpool on a video call too, and it's just fantastic that we can connect really so easily in this way. So I'm really grateful to you for joining me to do this. And I'm just going to start by saying, can you just introduce yourself to St. Peter's Church and tell us a little bit about yourself and how come you set up the Nandolo Farmers Association of Malawi?
Thank you very much, Lola. Good evening. I'm very happy and delighted to be able to talk to you once again after such a long time when you came to Malawi with the other supporters and visited us and see how the farmers are doing. Let me first introduce myself. I'm Susan Chimbayo. I'm a mother of 4. I'm a widow. I have grandchildren, about 3 of them. Actually, what inspired me to start this Nandolo Farmers Association is when I lost my husband, where I felt like everything was shattered and, there was no more life after I lost my husband. But later on, I realized that there's always a purpose for everything that happens. Then I said, how do I start my life? How do I go about it? So I said, since there's nothing else I can do, let me go farming. So we were to go in the village and see how my fellow women are suffering. And I felt I was better off and I would be able to assist where I can. That's when we started this Nandolo Farmers Association. I'm very happy that my vision has come to a reality because it is a long journey, but to reach this far, it has not been easy. And I'm so delighted to say, you don't know, Rora, what this has done to the farmers who you visited some time back. Their livelihood has really changed. And I feel proud and honored to see something which, to me, I took it as very simple, but it has given a very big impact to many, vulnerable people out there.
Yeah, you were going to hopefully be able to tell us a little bit about one or two of those people who we met.
Lola, you won't believe it if I tell you in Mwanza, you remember that woman, Janet, the one we told you that the husband left some time back for South Africa, leaving her with the children. It was not easy, but she managed through Nandolo Farmers Association. She has uplifted her life, and she's been a person who has been so passionate, who's been following everything that we've taught her to do. She's been able to have, the last time you came, she was just putting up her house. That house is completed. It's got electricity. People do come. You remember in villages, people have problems where they can charge their phones. She's able to make people go to her house, charge their phones and charge them 50 kwacha per phone. So imagine if you have about 50 phones and you get 50 kwacha in the village, you know what I'm talking about because you've been there. That is money. Apart from that, we've been teaching them a lot of recipes of what they can do with pigeon peas. And she's been a fast learner. She's been able to make some meatballs using pigeon peas, some samosas, you know, some sausages, adding pigeon peas as a, you know, a main component of that. And it has really changed her livelihood. Actually, right now, she has put herself a shop in town somewhere where she's doing agro dealing, selling chemicals for farmers to buy from, you know, to make life easier for them, because it's always a problem whereby people cannot afford to come in town to buy their agri imports. So she's been able to understand and put up something like that. Her life has really changed.
Start point for so many things that came for that was all about how she was growing her pigeon peas and how she could sell them and get more money for that crop. And amazing that was almost a seed that has grown so much and taken us so much further than that.
Yes, it has really helped her a lot. And she's also been able to mobilize other women to understand the concept and to really know that if they work hard and follow what Nandolo Farmers Association is doing, it would really change their livelihood. And that is what is really happening. She's really, I can say, you know, a leader. You can call her a lead. We call her a lead farmer. She's one of our lead farmers. And even during COVID-19, we used her as a pioneer to go out there in the village and sensitize the people, make them aware of how serious this COVID-19 is all about. Because as you know, it wasn't possible that we would meet a big gathering and talk about COVID-19. But she was able to do it on our behalf, door to door, talk to people about COVID-19. And luckily enough, Christian Aid came up with some PPE protective measures to give to the farmers, like soap, sanitizers, buckets. So it really helped quite a lot. And she was one of, you know, vocal point to do that for us.
That's amazing. Thank you. It's just wonderful to hear that. Those people who we spoke to and probably were quite early on in terms of their journey with you and on sort of had been working with you for a relatively short period of time, that actually with another couple of years they've actually done so much more and they're able to reach outside and beyond their immediate families as well, and into the communities, and that they're, you know, other people are learning from them as well. It's just it's amazing. I'm really it's wonderful to hear that. Thank you. Yeah, we'd love to know about what your plans are and what your hopes are for the next few months. I know everything's so uncertain at the moment in the world, isn't it? But you know, what's on your heart and what your hopes for what will happen for you and the farmers in the next few months?
Actually, right now, Aurora, I've got good news to share with you. And that's why, because I'm a strong believer, as I told you, there's always a reason for everything that happens in life. Nandolo Farmers Association shortly will be having their own factory. It has taken a bit long because the land that we acquired did not have papers like title deeds. So right now we've got the title deeds. So we'll be able to erect our own factory there and put in machines where we'll be able to make dough and we'll be able to make animal feeds. So this will be a breakthrough to us because our farmers will have a ready market whereby they know they'll be able to sell their products to their own organization.
That's amazing.
So yes, that's a very good news. I'm so happy about that.
I remember when we spoke to the farmers, that was quite a common theme, that they said if only we had a factory, if only we had some way of processing, we could get more for our pigeon peas. And you know, and actually then that is such a big difference in terms of if you can get 50 kwacha or 300 kwacha for your kilo, there's a big difference in terms of what that means for your family. And yeah, it's amazing. Thank you so much for your time, Susan. It's been truly amazing to join with you in this conversation, and really, I just want to say how how blessed I feel that you have been a part of my life, and Nandolo Farmers Association have as well, and just what it's just really wonderful to hear the progress of those farmers that I met, and also, you know, yourself. Great to see you and to see that you continue to really to represent that group of farmers and women and continue to champion them. And really, you know, God's doing an awful lot through you. So I thank you, and I thank God for that as well. So it's been fantastic.
Thank you very much, Rola. Let me also say first, I would want to thank Christian Aid in Malawi and congregation in the UK for playing a very huge and important role in directly touching lives of many in Malawi. The three sec of us has done a lot of impact to Malawians. Like the Bible says that what is there cannot easily be broken. What God has put in there in place for you cannot be easily broken. We are here today because of what you people have done to us. And we are also praying for you that you can keep on supporting us and that you should remain blessed. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Susan.
You know, there's like an old Ghanaian saying, if you want to go fast, go it alone. But if you want to go further, go with others. Let's all work together. Let's walk the talk to touch many more farmers out there.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you.